Okay, today is 28th of October. Today is 53rd Development Experience Subgovernance Weekly Zoom call. So let's start. Actually, we didn't have any points in agenda, but at the last moment, it was appeared that it was generated proposal for NFT collection distributor. So it was a proposal from Mikhail Kabanov to make a contest regarding generative art. So I put the link to the chat. Sorry again that it is at the last moment. So I think nobody had time to go through it, but anyway, it's like a common idea to make such contest because it's involves a lot of smart contracts. So it was idea that it's most suitable for development experience subgovernance because we have a good expertise of evaluating contracts. So I will add the latest comments from Boris about evaluating contracts, and then it will be ready to discuss. Any ideas, thoughts, comments?
Well, just to make sure, it was not a suggestion to add this. It was meant as a replacement to the 2-3 pages of usual very deep but not really clear text, which features in many contests. It was meant to not to increase the length of the contest conditions and requirements, but it was intended to make it much shorter, so everybody could read and understand the same.
Okay, right? Okay, but I mean, your suggestion does not include features, so it's like a formal criteria for evaluation. It's not regarding content itself. So,
oh yeah, sure. Content specifics, which unfortunately often are absent from the description of the contest. They are the essential part. They should not only they should stay, they should be really visible and on top, and like the only part which needs to be really read and understand. So sure.
Okay. So from this point, it's more likely that your proposal is like addition for the. But if any points from the old text is will not make sense because of this, why not? Of course, we will remove it. Okay, got it. So also, if anybody else has something to discuss, please.
Actually, yes, I have one question from my side. It's a traditional question about auctions contest. Are there any plans about it right now?
It started already. Auction. Sorry. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
I think, yeah, I think we should make some improvement of the auction
I'm
contest.
sorry. What was the question? I didn't get the question.
Actually, the question is about auctions contest, because we had some auctions contest in the past. That time we had 4 submissions, and only one of them was good enough to be compiled, and at least 2 of them, including submission from your company, Steen, were need to be completed. So a couple of weeks ago, we agreed to start a short fix-up contest, just for a couple of weeks, to let the teams to complete the submissions and finish them.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds a good idea.
Yeah, we have plans, but actually somebody should prepare it. So it is in my to-do list, and sometime I will reach it. I hope. Yesterday I've been reached the jury contest, and now it's in the vote. So sometime.
Okay, so if you need some help, feel free to ask me, for example, because it's also critical for us for formal method sub-governments, because we're waiting for the auctions as well to start the formal verification.
So for auction contest, what should be done? Actually, somebody should read the contest description regarding requirements. Somebody should go through all submissions again and write down what was implemented and what wasn't implemented, and some common pitfalls, for example, some common issues. For example, it was expected that everybody will implement contest more universal way, like some functions that will get type of contest or of auction, and they will give results regarding the parameter. Parameter is a type of auction, and there was some submissions that make different functions for different auctions. So it wasn't like very effective way of implementation. So somebody should go through submissions and get known yourself with pitfalls and write down new description for the new contest.
Okay, I volunteer doing it.
Sorry?
I'm okay with doing it by myself.
Oh, great. It would be very helpful.
Okay.
Okay. And
I think rewards for NFT generated NFT contest is too big. Why it is too big?
what do you propose?
I want to see a calculation of programmers, how much time programmers will spend for this. It's like a random big numbers.
Yeah, like in every contest, I guess.
So we need to change this. We need to have some criteria proofs of reward value.
I agree with Alexander and with Alexei at the same time, because the reward, the contest criteria, well, the reward doesn't seem too big to me, because I understand how large is the scope, the actual scope, right? You mentioned metadata compilation, and this alone is worth at least 50K because it hides a lot. But at the same time, if you just put a one-line description and call it metadata, then it is worth nothing. So yeah, if you dig into details and break down lines into specifics, then the description will clearly state that it is worth 150K. So yeah, I think it should be detailized and then it should be obvious.
Okay, so waiting for your approximation, and we could multiply it for like 3, for example. Thinking about some teams that will not take first place, somebody could take second, third, fourth place, and we could put it. We could start from this.
Or maybe break down into a chain of contests, just with to reduce organizational work, just to start from there. The description is really great, but the scope is huge. So maybe just break it down. Contest 1, contest 2, contest 3 with smaller prizes. Just an idea.
Yeah, so yeah, it's also a good idea. So for example, we could start from something small, something simple, and use it debot only without any web interface, for example, only smart contracts with a debot. Then we could increase it for some user-friendly web interface, etc., etc. Yeah, yeah.
Right. But by the way, the description is really good. It helps. It is specific, structured, and it is immediately clear what to suggest after. That's great.
Yeah, thanks to Mikhail.
Okay, I also have one question to ask is about syntax highlighters. What are the plans with them? So first, are the plans to pay the awards, and then other plans about the second stage?
Okay, about syntax highlighting, we are planning second stage. We are planning to make the same contest for all other IDs, but of course, firstly, we should give reward for the first contest. The issue actually right now I have is I created a proposal to accept the contest result as is, as usual, as we did for 2 previous contests. But I have one issue. For example, we have 4th and 10th submissions from one person, Timunix, and I don't know, should we reward both of them or should we choose one? So this part I'm not sure of, so I need your advice actually.
Actually, 2 submissions from one person. Looks like that in this case, this person should be disqualified, or I'm not right?
Just whatever the rules say. If the rules mention it, then do it. Whatever is mentioned in the rules. If they don't, just reward as usual, right? We should follow rules. There's no other options. The judgment should be used whenever the rules don't specify it, but right in here, it seems we have no other choice, right?
Right, it wasn't forbidden, as I can see.
Then just pay.
But the point, as I understand, the first submission was like syntax highlights, and other submission was using language server. So it's like two different approaches, but other contestants, for example, Sergey put these two approaches in one submission. So it's makes sense to like join these two different approaches and in one submission, like, and reward only one.
Yeah, but by this logic, the submission which have unified both approaches should have gotten the sum of the value which was granted to this entry, right? So on the other side, the contestant which have decided to split his value into two entries gets the sum of two lesser values, right? So it's a choice.
Okay, let's do it this way. I will dive in this situation again, and I will explain it more clearly because to make it clear for everybody. And then I will put a poll for voting in the chat, and if we will not reach any common decision, maybe we will discuss it the next week. And then we will take some common point for everybody.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, great. So this is about highlighting. As soon as we will reach the point about rewards, rewarding the participants, then we will start the next one. Okay, any other questions, ideas, thoughts? Actually, I have one thought. I was thinking about creating some smart contracts system for. Actually, we have two issues now. Now we, till the last moment, we do not know how many jury members will take part in evaluation, and till the last moment, we don't know how many participants we will have in the contest. So these two issues that we have every contest, and they are very similar to each other, and actually, I have an idea that could solve both of them. My idea is to make some kind of pre-registration for the contest, for participants, and for jury member. So it's could sound like if we have a contest for, let's say, 4 weeks, 1 month, so we could forbid participants to register after, for example, 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks for registration and 2 weeks like last moment, last 2 weeks, it will be time for actual creating submission. And if somebody want to take part in the last moment, it will be forbidden to take part in this contest, because sometimes guys have a last day, and during one day it's not possible. It's very hard to make proper submission, very good code, effective code, good description. So anyway, it's like a spamming. If somebody realized that he's going to take part in the last day or last couple of days, he will make spam for juries. So for me, it makes sense to forbid them to register at the last several days, last, for example, week or last 2 weeks, and the same for juries. So when contest is voted, approved, or maybe even before approving the contest by initials, we will have the list of the juries who are going to take part in this contest, who are going to evaluate the submission, and who will definitely put this work to their schedule. So we will be sure that we have at least some number of jury who is planning to take part to make this work. And if we don't have such juries, if we don't have jury for the contest, it means it will not be started. It doesn't make to start contest if we don't have jury for them, right? Wait.
What about those who registered but did not participate?
No problem. If it is a jury, for example, later we could start from like just register for free, but later we could make some fee for the registrations. Or for example, we could, I don't know, we could take one. For example, we could start from 1 ton from the participants, and I don't know, 1 ton from the jury members, and then later we could increase this. For example, if a jury member want to take part in this contest, he will put it in his schedule, and if he didn't make his job properly, he will lose his reward. He wouldn't receive his reward and lose the payment he made to take part. So it's like kind of slashing for juries and to avoid spam from participants.
Well, it means that in the future, when you want to be in the jury or want to participate in the contest, you must already have enough funds to do so, which can be a bigger investment. Is it really necessary?
No, the point is for participants, of course, we are interested in to have as much participants as possible, to have good competitions and to have good works, good submissions, because we are not going to increase this level for participants, just 1 ton, just to avoid spam, right? And for jury members to make possibility like slashing juries, like make some penalties for them, we could increase step by step the jury payment. And it makes sense because, for example, if before jury took part in evaluating several contests, he could have some money, for example, which he could invest in taking part in the evaluation of the next contest. and the jury members will be more responsible for this and will do their work properly, and we will have some motivation for them as well.
Well, okay, I get your point. I would have thought about something less less strict, like something if you fail as a jury member to vote, then you are forbidden to vote on the next contest. But yeah, just some fees for having the right to be the jury that you recover after it. So it's good, also good. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not so far as forbid jury members to take part in the next contest. Maybe we could do this later, but I'm not thinking about this right now. I'm just want to know how many juries we have, because I don't want to have this unpleasant surprise every time. And I don't know, I want to know exactly how many participants we have in the beginning of the contest, because for juries, so if we don't have enough juries, it means we could, if we know about some problem, we could solve it. This is my main point. So if we know that we do not have juries, it means that we should make a jury contest again, we could increase reward, and etc., etc. We could solve it if we know about this. And we have time to solve it, yes? And if we don't have enough participants, we could increase advertisement, we could make some other actions. But right now, we don't have this information till the last moment, and because of this, we can solve it.
Well, you do. Just allow me to talk. You, as a jury member, I state explicitly that the current conditions for jurors are extremely unattractive. We have about zero motivation to take part in evaluation of the assessments. I can list all the reasons, and they are very, very valid and very impactful factors.
Let's talk about the last contest that we started. Let's talk about the last one. Exactly. For the last contest, I'm talking about web browser. It is a reward about 1,000 tons to evaluate one submission for the juries. So I think it's a good motivation. Don't you think so?
I wouldn't think, because I'm not qualified to evaluate web browsers. Not my part, sorry.
But I think you are in the jury members. But
yeah, and there's another problem. Juror is not asked before he or she is included into the membership. It just assumed that jurors are willing, and moreover, they're not even notified that they are in the jury. So often you don't have jurors evaluating the assessments just because they don't know.
Great, thank you. So for another argument supporting like my idea. So if you will ask jury members, are they are going to evaluate contest, are they are prepared, it will be helpful for them as well. Yeah,
or in other words, invite them to like just changing the words, invite the juror to take part in the contest evaluation.
Yeah,
that solves several problems.
Also, excellent. So we will invite them, and if we receive, if we will know that they agree, we will put them as a jury member to the contest. Great. So what do you think about write some smart contract system for this? and make a contest?
That's a great idea.
Okay,
It
okay,
will help me.
great. So I will make some draft and put it to the public. So for you to be able to help me to put some comments, and we will finish it and we will make another contest. Great, great. Thank you. Any other ideas to discuss? Questions?
Yes. We would like to prolong the anonymous voting protocol contest for 3 weeks, better for 1 month. If there are no objections, I can prepare the proposal.
What is the reason for this, Ivan?
Oh, well, it's kind of very complicated story to like, when first read it, it was kind of easy, but when we kind of started working with Neil Foundation software for creating this zero knowledge stuff, we realized that it kind of needs a bit more time. So, but and the rewards are pretty big. So to make sure all the participants will kind of make it in time, we propose to prolong it, because again, it's not as easy as it may seem from the first glance.
Does anybody have anything against? No. Okay, one. So prepare a proposal, at least text, and let's check it and put for voting. Okay, anything else? Looks like that's all. So starting countdown. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thanks to everybody for participating, and see you in the next week. Ciao.
Bye. See you.
Thank you. See you.
Bye. Thank you.